Thank you and good afternoon, conference. First of all, who's hungry? So am I, but I'm hungry to raise £1 million. And here's why. Exactly 4 years ago, almost to this day, at the age of just 14, I first came into contact with the Royal British Legion. As Annie said, I've now raised nearly £10,000. I was lucky enough to be invited to Westminster Abbey, and I'm also Gloucester Ambassador of the Year this year. Why? Because I engaged with RBL, and today I want to tell you why young people are so important. In May 2011, I came across a project which was aptly named 90K for RBL. It hoped to see Gloucestershire school children raise £90,000 in the Legion's 90th year. Let me tell you now, I never, ever intended for this to lead to what it has, but it did. Following misinterpretation at my first meeting of the Gloucester School Parliament, I thought it was said everyone would organise an honour walk. It dawns on me now that perhaps I should pay more attention in meetings I go to, because I ran back to my senior management at the school and said, everyone else is doing one. They've had 6 months on us. We've only got 2 months left. And in 2 months we did. We got together our local RF Innsworth, as it was at the time, and 2 months later, 1,000 people walked just over a mile, and in a day raised £4,500. Our year-long campaign to us was nothing short of success. It brought thousands of young people into contact with the Legion, and they took it in their stride to organise all sorts of different events. We had your classic kind of coffee mornings and bake sales, and one school even wrote and published their own cookery book for the cause. But in this whole kind of year, something that is really close to our hearts, and I think will live on in Gloucestershire for many years to come, is something we call Wear Red for Remembrance. We didn't quite reach our target that year, but thanks to local companies, all the local schools and other organisations, we reached an incredible £73,000. But our connection with RBL didn't end quite there. With a bond between the Legion and school children so firmly established, we quickly looked to see where we could go next. Naturally, with £73,000, we thought we'd go bigger and better, and so came about the 1418 legacy. Let's have a look at just what this is now. Looks good, doesn't it? As the promotional video says, we want to see young people up and down the country raise £1 million by 2018. We know we can do this, but we need all of your help. To put it into context, there are 7 million young people in education in the United Kingdom, and there are around 2,500 branches of the Royal British Legion. Therefore, we need to reach just 1/7 of those young people to donate £1, or it equals out to about £400 for every branch in the next 3 years. Of course, though, we've had a head start. The 1418 legacy, as you might imagine, started nearly a year ago on Armed Forces Day last year, and in Gloucestershire, we've already banked £80,000. So my one ask to you today is simple, really. We challenge each and every branch to make a link with one school or organisation for young people. So it could be your local Scout Association, your local cadet force, or your local community group. We then ask you to consider hosting one event. We know that Wear Red for Remembrance in a senior school can raise between £500 and £1,000. We've got flyers about that here today, so if you'd like one, please do feel free to come up to any of us, and we will be able to go through it with you. And we will also help you in your own areas. So if you want to get our contact details, we'll help you bring the 1418 legacy to life around the country. Most importantly, we're hoping that the new connections will help us see our motto, which is understanding the past, shaping the future, take place all over the country. If you've ever heard the phrase, painting the town red, well, we're going to paint it red with poppies. By 2018, we have 2 real wants. The first one is we would love to see youth engagement rise, and we would love to see every area have one 1418 legacy organisation or institution link. Together, we have an opportunity to make a real difference. We can change how young people perceive the Legion, and I know I'm probably not your average teenager, but if Gloucestershire is anything to go by, there are thousands of young people out there bursting for an opportunity like this. So let's engage youths, let's raise the Legion's profile, let's have £1 million or more on November the 11th, 2018, and of course, let's live on. Thank you.